What a tribute to the greatest tag team.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest.
Well, 1 week left for them.
Introducing first.
Will they show up?
Will
the fine be paid?
210 pounds. Scarface.
Scarface.
Scarface. It's one of your ex-girlfriends. Sounds like one of them. Looks like one of them too.
Wearing your pantyhose. Didn't we have
a bank robber? He must be friends with a bank robber, I'm telling
you. And his opponent, from Miami Beach, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, the Kool Kid.
There he is, the Cool Whip Kid coming down the aisle.
Let me turn to the Kool Kid. What do you call him?
The Cool Whip Kid. That's what he puts in his hair or something, I don't know. Well, that wasn't very smart, was it?
Scarface, I don't know. I've never seen this man in action. Weird looking person. Anybody who wears pantyhose on their head leaves a lot to be desired in my book.
Yeah, well, most of your dates have worn pantyhose over their head. But they're better off wearing bags, I'm telling you. Anyway, Kool Kid just picking this guy up, just manhandling the competition here. Oh, throws him around. The Kool Kid this year, you know, I heard he was training during the off season, lifting some weights. He looks stronger this year. He looks a little more older this year, you know.
I heard he's opening up his own wrestling school where he's going to have some younger wrestlers trained underneath him, perhaps to make future appearances in the NPWA.
And I heard he also turned 13 this year too. So what a big year for the Cool Whip Kid.
Come on. Nonetheless, he's back here in the NPWA. He's looking to meet some of the toughest competitors the NPWA has to offer. And you remember last year, he wrestled Hot Body Brown.
And he lost.
The rematch could be in order this year, and he could win the title.
Not yet, not quite yet, Bronson. I think you're overdosing on your Frostios over there. There's no way this guy's gonna beat Hot Body Brown for the title.
Well, Scarface certainly wouldn't be able to fare well against Hot Body Brown or anybody else for that matter. Even the Kool Kid, clothesline.
Kool Whip Kid, he's just a brute in that ring. He's just showing his strength around.
He is a big hombre. Look at him. He's a youngster, but he's got a lot of muscle.
I heard he was 3'8" at birth and he weighed like 65 pounds.
Oh, come on.
That's a rumor. I don't know. It might not be true, but he's only what, 8 years old or something like that.
You don't know much about your childhood days, do you? I heard when you were little, your parents had to feed you with a slingshot.
Well, you're quite funny, you know. I wouldn't talk about my childhood, Bronson.
Kool Kid, stomping away on Scarface, and close fist. Referee ought to check that out. Referee Vinny Estrada, longtime referee here in the NPWA, one of our best. Clothesline again.
Estrada's back this year.
He's always been around. He's never left.
Well, yes, I'm telling you it. The Kool Kid just...
You know what this means? Boston Crab. It's all over.
Boston Crabs where? The Kool Whip Kid has won this match against Scarface.
Here's your winner, the Kool Kid.
Alright, Kool Kid with the hat. Cool with the K. Kool Kid, victory.
He's got to go run back to school now. Here's the replay. As you can see, the Kool Whip Kid is floating down on his knees. And here comes the Boston Crab maneuver. And the Kool Whip Kid has won his debut match this year in the NPWA. There he is, running off to school.
Oh, gorgeous Gary. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with Scott Oresco and the Rockin' Rebel. But first, let's go to this break from Hot Body Brown in West Palm Beach. This is Hot Body Brown of the NPWA telling you to stay tuned and watch. It's the greatest wrestling action in the world, right here with me and the rest of the gang on NPWA Wrestling.
All right, fans, my guest at this time is the Rockin' Rebel, who beat Wild Willie today.
That's right, Scott. No worries, no regrets.
Yeah, your first match back here in the NPWA since you lost to Hot Body Brown. Your comments about this match?
My comments are, I'm back on the road to ruin, and Hot Body Brown, you better look out, pal.
Well, don't forget, this is only Wild Willie. There's better competition out there, Rockin' Rebel.
Yeah, like who, Scott?
Death, for one. You guys almost had a feud last year. Remember the time you were in the G-spot last season?
Death ain't nothing, Scott Oresco. There's going to be a coffin match between the Rebel and Death. And he's going away. He's getting put away. The Rebel punch 1, 2, 3, baby. Woo!
Well, Death just made a big comeback himself in the NPWA this season.
He made a comeback from where, Scott?
Well, no one knows where the man disappeared to.
From nowhere, Scott.
He just came back. We don't know where he was all this time, but he's back just same time you came back. Very interesting.
It's kind of a coincidence, ain't it?
It is. Well, anyway, good luck to you anyway, Rockin' Rebel. Hope to see you more victories for you in the future.
Thanks a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and you just heard the comments of the Rockin' Rebel, one of your longtime favorites of the NPWA.
Let me tell you something about the retard rebel, okay?
What?
The retard rebel. This guy, it seems like he always says the same thing. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to get in the ring. I'm going to beat you. I'm the best. I'm the best. I can do this. I can do that. You know, this guy...
The man can back it up. You can't.
He can back it up. The man left wrestling to become a bodybuilder. He's back in wrestling and then not doing very well, I might add, either.
He's doing fine. He just picked up another victory today.
Against who?
Wild Willie.
To Wild Willie. I could be Wild. You could be Wild Willie.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
Wild Willie's tough. Not that tough, though.
Wild Willie couldn't beat eggs, my friend. Okay?
Well, you know what? Wild Willie is up for next week's Worst Wrestler of the Year award.
Well, I think
a lot of
do it.
wrestlers up, but Wild Willie's in the running. You think he can win it?
I think he had that hands down.
Oh. He couldn't beat eggs?
Couldn't whip cream.
Who's cream?
I don't know. Couldn't kick the bucket. Couldn't be anybody's cream. Couldn't be milk. I don't know. He can't be nobody. But
What are you doing? Making...
I don't know. I'm just saying he's a bad wrestler. That's all. He's like the Rockin' Rebel, the Retard Rebel. That's his name, the Retard Rebel.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't, because Retard Rebel's got me moaning and groaning. I don't know.
Grumpy Gary Johnson here.
Grumpy.
Listen to him. Well, that's what it seems like. We'll just have to wait till next week and see who the Worst Wrestler of the Year is, because the commissioner's going to have the presentation for that along with Scott Oresco. And today we found out the tag team of the year was the Wild Things, but no presentation was made.
Well, like I told you, Tommy G, he's upset. He's upset. Better watch out, Peter.
You think perhaps that he's in hiding since being humiliated by Scott Oresco at the Superstar Showdown last year in the non-title match, and the fallout with the Headbanger and Rampage?
Exactly.
And perhaps Tom the G doesn't want to be involved anymore and is sort of sitting aside.
I'll tell you, I don't know, but I think he's also upset a little bit with the Headbanger, because the Headbanger should have just gone there against Rampage and totally annihilated him, but he walked away from it like, you know, and Tom the G takes his wrestling seriously. He's the one that carried this team. He's the one that's upset about everything.
Wait a minute, you're causing dissension in that camp now.
Well,
you're talking about who's leading and who's carrying this.
Well, I just hope they get back together, because they're good friends of mine, and, you know.
Well, next week is the final verdict on the tag team title, so we're going to find out if Tom the G and the Headbanger are going to return and show up and defend these titles so we could have tag team champions of the NPWA, or else they're going to be held up.
After the show, I'm going to call Tom the G up.
You better.
And I'm going to say, look, you know, let's all talk here. I'll even offer to pay his $1,000 fine.
Wow.
Of course, you could offer to pay his $1,000 fine,
You
but
got
then
bad checks?
no, but then that yearly salary, I'm not some people around here.
Well, we'll find out next week who the Worst Wrestler of the Year is. And also, we're going to have a special report with Scott Oresco, who he's going to the Shaolin Temple. And he says he's going to find an individual there that's going to make big waves in the NPWA. So who knows what to expect with that. The Ultimate Champ will be in action, and the Rockin' Rebel will be in action, as well as the Rampage. So we'll have to find out next week what happens here in the NPWA. The world is watching us. For gorgeous Gary Johnson, I'm Bill Bronson, and we'll see you next week, PWA Wrestling Action. So long for now.